Hello there. A former Conservative minister has said that a no-deal WTO Brexit will be blocked by at least 40 Tory MPs. Talking to the Financial Times, the former Skills and Housing Minister, Nick Boles, has warned Conservative Brexiteer hardline MPs that he can think of at least 40 of their Tory colleagues who will vote to ensure that the UK does not leave the EU without a deal. And The Independent quotes him as saying, "I don't care how many of my colleagues dream of this in the midnight hour. There are not the parliamentary numbers to support a no-deal Brexit. And I will vote, as a Conservative MP, in whatever way is necessary on whatever motion will achieve the result of stopping a no-deal Brexit." I suspect he knows, of course, that by making these utterances, he gives aid to the EU cause, who can, as a result, take as hardline a stance as they care to and take the reduced odds gamble that the UK won't walk away without a deal. It could also have other ramifications that Remainers are intent on achieving through whatever undemocratic means they can. It would be likely to force the Prime Minister back to the negotiating table, perhaps with a request to the EU to extend the Article 50 deadline beyond March next year, reports The Independent. To extend the Article 50 process, though, would require the unanimous agreement of the UK and all the other EU 27 states. And the horse trading that would go on here would be aimed at getting the UK to make ever more compromises in order to get that agreement. The likes of Boles need to get out of the way. They had their chance in the run-up to June 23, 2016, but their only message was, and still is, fear, fear and more fear. No wonder they lost. Now they're running it all again, but with even more outlandish claims to justify their anti-Brexit conniving. And while indulging in their scaremongering, they ignore the talks that the UK is currently having with the likes of China, where the Express reports, on Friday, Chinese Commerce Minister Zhong Zhan in Beijing said the two countries discussed how to boost investment and expand trade in services. He added, without giving details, that the two countries also agreed to actively explore the possibility of discussing a top-notch free trade agreement between the two sides after Brexit. A dairy product deal has already been signed with China this week, which is worth £240 million to the UK dairy industry over the next 5 years. The odds on a Brexit deal seem to be trending towards a no-deal WTO Brexit, but writing in The Independent, John Rentoul asks, what if there was a deal after all? The scenario he paints is one of Parliament gleefully grabbing any deal it can. The hard Brexiteers will hate it, obviously, whatever it is. But most Remainers would probably clamber gratefully on board the lifeboat to save them from the dystopian disaster of a BLT famine and stockpiled medicines, he writes. But of course a Chequers-based Brexit deal is not Brexit. It is another form of Remain, so of course Remain-minded MPs will vote for it. They recognise exactly what it is. And the more they talk about voting for such a deal or say they are able to live with it, the more you know it is just a Remain stitch-up. For them, the next battle would be the great Brexit reversal as the economy stagnates in its Chequers-authored prison. Instead of divergence from the EU, we would just restart the whole convergence programme again, this time on steroids. According to the chair of the Tory Backbench 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady, these last-minute Brexit fear-mongering panics are all part of the EU negotiation plan. Speaking on the BBC Any Questions, he said, "I think we have reached the point we were always going to get to. We have seen the EU side wanting to delay to make it clear that it is difficult to leave the EU. That was their main political objective since they don't want any other countries to leave them. Now, my comment here is that the Eurocrats could not do that on their own. We have given them the legal reach to directly affect our lives, but they have not yet got the political reach to change opinion domestically in the UK. No, for that they need our own politicians and media, the majority of whom are all part of the pro-EU establishment. These people are just scummy EU peddling salespeople whose only task is to sell us EU law by any means possible, while imposing the greater EU superpower plan on us. And they are the ones intent on pushing the UK into an economy-damaging checkers deal dungeon just to get their own way. Democracy was meant to prevent a powerful minority dictating to the majority. Not working in the UK anymore, is it? So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.